Hi, and welcome to 2K Sports Studios. I'm Greg Gumbel with Clark Kellogg. We're here with the 2K Sports ncaa Selection Show. We're all set to show you the seedings and pairings, so get out your bracket sheet, get those pencils ready. Here are the basics. Of the 65 available tournament bids, 31 are automatically given to conference champions. The tournament committee hands out the remaining 34 bids on an at-large basis. An opening round game will take place on Tuesday night to narrow the field to 64 teams. But before we unveil the brackets for this season, here's a look at the final top 25 media poll of the season. The rankings look a little different than they did last week. The Georgetown Hoyas jumped all the way from the number 24 spot to number 15.
They're peaking at just the right time, Greg. This is exactly the way you want to be playing going into the tournament.
Also, a new team has made the leap into the top 25. The Ohio State Buckeyes break into the poll as the number 25 team. Now let's take a look at the NCAA tournament bubble and see which teams are sitting at home with their fingers crossed, hoping to see their name in the brackets. There are a lot of worthy candidates among these 10 teams, Clark. Which of these bubble teams stands out to you right now?
Florida State put together a solid season, but their record just isn't impressive enough to make them a no-brainer bid. If the committee doesn't give weight to their tough conference, they could be out of luck.
And we have a few more teams in similar position, right, Clark?
James Madison isn't among the very strongest of the non-power conference teams, but they're pretty close. I'm sure they were hoping for a better showing at their conference tournament. Now it's sit and wait time.
I'm sure it's been a long week for those teams, but the wait's almost over. The NCAA Selection Committee has finished its meeting, and we're ready to unveil the top 4 seeds in this year's tournament. The Memphis Tigers are the top overall seed, and they will play in the East Regional. They begin the tournament as the dominant team in college basketball. They've been ranked number 1 in the media poll for the past 3 weeks. We'll soon find out if they can live up to their billing. On to the second number 1 seed, who will play in the South Regional. The Connecticut Huskies are seeking their 3rd NCAA championship in school history. The USC Trojans are our 3rd number 1 seed, and they'll play in the Midwest Regional. They're back in the tournament again, and no doubt they'll be feeding off the experience of last year's appearance as they try to get to the Final Four this year. And finally, our 4th number 1 seed will play in the West Regional. The UCLA Bruins are in the tournament field as a number 1 seed for the 3rd time in the history of their program. Now, here's how the brackets shape up based on where the number 1 seeds have been assigned. In one national semifinal game, the winner of the East Regional will play the winner of the South Regional. In the other semifinal game, the winner of the Midwest Regional will play the winner of the West Regional. Those games will be played on Saturday, April 4th. Then it'll be on to the national championship game on Monday night, April 6th. Anything shocking to you about those picks?
I don't think I'm alone in my surprise with these picks. Whenever you reach this far down the poll for the top seeds, you're guaranteed to have some second guesses coming your way.
So, with the number 1 seeds out of the way, it's finally time to tackle the rest of the brackets. First up, we take a look at the East Regional. The Memphis Tigers are the top seed, finishing at 28-0. They won both the regular season and conference tournament titles in Conference USA. They will take on the winner of the opening round play-in game between Jacksonville, with 15 wins, and Alabama State from the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And now, the number 8 seed, the Xavier Musketeers, come into the tournament as the 4th place team in their conference during the regular season and were semi-finalists in their conference tournament. They're going to play the number 9 seed, the Washington Huskies, who were 4th in their conference, finishing at 17-12. LSU comes in as the number 5 seed, finishing at 23-8. And they will take on the 12th seed from the Northeast Conference, the Sacred Heart Pioneers, with 22 wins. Texas A&M enters the field as the number 4 seed from the Big 12. This is their 9th appearance in the NCAA tournament in school history. They'll be getting ready to face the number 13 seed. The Cornell Big Red finished the season with 18 wins.
The Texas A&M Aggies are a team that is just so powerful and strong up front. I would put their front court up against just about any other teams in the nation right now. It's always good to have strong guard play, but if you ask most coaches, I guarantee you they take the good big man over the good little man most times. Their interior play should serve them very well in this competition.
The Virginia Commonwealth Rams are in as the number 6 seed. They'll be taking on the number 11 seed, the Florida State Seminoles, with 18 wins. Pittsburgh comes in as the number 3 seed, finishing at 23-8. Winthrop comes in to face them at number 14 with 17 wins. In the tournament championship of the Big South, Our number 7 seed is from the A10 Conference. The St. Louis Billikens were rewarded for their outstanding play this season with an at-large bid and a ticket to the big dance. They are going to play the number 10 seed, the Indiana Hoosiers, who were 5th in their conference, finishing at 19-11. Next up is the number 2 seed. The Michigan State Spartans have established themselves as one of the best teams from the Big Ten. They'll be going up against the number 15 seed, the Mean Green of North Texas, with 18 wins. This is their 3rd appearance in the NCAA tournament in team history. There are going to be some incredible matchups in the later rounds of this bracket. If the top seeds can avoid the early upsets, we can look forward to some real heavyweight battles. Next up, we'll take a look at the South Regional. The Connecticut Huskies are the top seed, finishing at 29-3. They were winners of the regular season championship in the Big East. They'll take on the Nichols State Colonels, the number 16 ranked team. This is their 3rd appearance in the NCAA tournament in team history. St. Mary's comes in as the number 8 seed, finishing at 23-8. Kansas State comes in to face them at number 9 with 20 wins and a chance to prove they're right where they belong among the top 65 teams in the nation. Kentucky enters the field as the number 5 seed from the SEC. It's yet another appearance in the brackets for a school that's no stranger to the NCAA tournament. They'll be getting ready to face the number 12 seed, the Jaguars from IUPUI. Finished the season with 21 wins.
The Kentucky Wildcats are going to provide serious matchup problems to any team that doesn't have depth and defensive ability at both guard spots. They have outstanding backcourt play at both ends of the court. It's the main reason they've made it this far, and they're going to have to maintain that form if they want to do some damage in this tournament.
Georgetown comes in as the number 4 seed, finishing at 23-11. And they'll take on the 13th seed from the America East Conference, the Maryland-Baltimore County Retrievers, with 19 wins. And now the number 6 seed, the LaSalle Explorers, come into the tournament first in their conference during the regular season and were losers in their first game at their conference tournament. They are going to play the number 11 seed, finishing at 20-12. The Texas Longhorns are in as the number 3 seed. They'll be taking on the number 14 seed, the Titans of Cal State Fullerton, with 16 wins. Next up is the number 7 seed. The West Virginia Mountaineers have established themselves as one of the best teams from the Big East. They'll be going up against the number 10 seed, the Western Michigan Broncos, with 23 wins. This marks their 4th appearance in the NCAA tournament in school history. Our number 2 seed is from the Big Ten. The Illinois Fighting Illini come into the NCAA tournament as winners of their regular season and conference tournament championships. They're going to play the number 15 seed, the Sacramento State Hornets, who came in first in their conference tournament, finishing at 17-12. I think this could wind up being the bracket that brings us this year's Cinderella story. A few of the higher seeds here have had terrific seasons, and I'll be surprised if at least one of them doesn't put together a long run in this tournament. On to our 3rd bracket of the day. Let's take a look at the Midwest Regional. The USC Trojans are the top seed, finishing at 28-4. They were winners of the regular season championship in the Pac-10. They'll take on the Indiana State Sycamores, the number 16 ranked team. This marks their 4th appearance in the NCAA tournament in the history of their school. Our number 8 seed is from the Pac-10. The Stanford Cardinals were rewarded for their outstanding play this season with an at-large bid and a ticket to the big dance. They're going to play the number 9 seed, the UNLV Runnin' Rebels, who came in first in their conference tournament, finishing at 26-9. The Kansas Jayhawks are in as the number 5 seed. They'll be taking on the number 12 seed, the Duquesne Dukes, with 19 wins. Wisconsin enters the field as the number 4 seed from the Big Ten. This is their 15th appearance ever in the NCAA tournament. They'll be getting ready to face the number 13 seed, the Manhattan Jaspers. Finished the season with 18 wins.
The Wisconsin Badgers do the one thing that all great teams absolutely must do, and that's play tremendous team defense. These guys have been shutting down opponents all year with a combination of speed, intelligence, and sheer determination. There have been NCAA championship teams of all shapes and sizes, but all of them played good, strong defense.
Cal comes in as the number 6 seed, finishing at 21-11. And they take on the 11th seed from the Big 12, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, with 19 wins. And now the number 3 seed, the Syracuse Orange, come into the tournament after finishing 2nd in their conference during the regular season and were losers in their first game at their conference tournament. They are going to play the number 14 seed, the Loyola Ramblers, who came in first in their conference tournament, finishing at 16-15. Next up is the number 7 seed. The Tennessee Volunteers have established themselves as one of the best teams from the SEC. They'll be going up against the number 10 seed, the Miami Hurricanes, with 22 wins. This is their 6th appearance in the NCAA tournament in the history of their school. Duke comes in as the number 2 seed, finishing at 26-6. The Rams team comes in to face them at number 15 with 20 wins in the tournament championship of the MEAC. What a tremendous regional final we'd have in this bracket if the number 1 and 2 seeds here make it through the first 3 rounds unscathed. That could be one of the games of the tournament. And finally, let's have a look at the West Regional. The UCLA Bruins are the top seed, finishing at 25-8. They were conference tournament champions in the Pac-10. They'll take on the Chattanooga Mocs, the number 16 ranked team. This marks their 10th appearance all time in the NCAA tournament. Next up is the number 8 seed. The Providence Friars have established themselves as one of the best teams from the Big East. They'll be going up against the number 9 seed, the Seton Hall Pirates, with 19 wins. This will be their 11th appearance in the NCAA tournament in team history. Louisville comes in as the number 5 seed, finishing at 21-12. And they will take on the 12th seed from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, with 18 wins. Arizona comes in as the number 4 seed, finishing at 23-9. Austin Peay comes in to face them at number 13 with 18 wins in the tournament championship of the Ohio Valley Conference. Our number 6 seed is from the Big Ten. The Ohio State Buckeyes were rewarded for their outstanding play this season with an at-large bid and a ticket to the Big Dance. They are going to play the number 11 seed, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders, who were regular season champions in their conference, finishing at 22-6. The Villanova Wildcats are in as the number 3 seed. They'll be taking on the number 14 seed, the San Jose State Spartans, with 21 wins. And now the number 7 seed, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, come into the tournament on the strength of an 8th place finish in their conference regular season and were winners of their conference tournament. They are going to play the number 10 seed, the Oklahoma Sooners, who were 3rd in their conference, finishing at 18-12. Gonzaga enters the field as the number 2 seed from the West Coast Conference. This is their 12th appearance ever in the NCAA tournament. They'll be getting ready to face the number 15 seed, the American Eagles, finished the season with 17 wins.
The Gonzaga Bulldogs have got to be among the group of teams that has a chance to win the whole thing. I love the way they play on both ends of the floor. I'd be shocked if they don't at least advance from their bracket to the Final Four. But more than that, I think they've got a legitimate shot to win some hardware.
It's the first question every selection Sunday. Which is the toughest bracket? Well, this bracket looks to me like it wins that prize this year. Not only are the top seeds strong, the lower seeds can be dangerous as well. What are your thoughts on our top 16 seeds, Clark?
Maybe I haven't agreed with the selection committee every year, but I think they did a great job this time. The top 16 look just about right to me. Texas is going to join the list of number 3 seeds that we've seen make serious Final Four runs in recent years. They've got the talent to really explode in this tournament.
Now, let's bring the conference picture into focus. The Big East gets 10 teams. The Big 12 with 7, 6 out of the Pac-10. The Big 10 gets 5 teams.
What a down year for the non-power conferences. We're used to seeing at least one of those conferences compete on the level of the power conferences, but not this year.
It's too bad we didn't see more small conference schools in the tournament. None of those conferences got more than 1 team in the tourney, and I don't expect any David and Goliath stories out of the teams that did get in.
I'm surprised there were so few bids for the teams in the Mountain West Conference. It was an especially disappointing year for that conference. Usually you can count on a few of the nation's elite teams coming out of there, but this was a season where very few of those teams could maintain any type of positive momentum.
We showed you the bubble teams before. Now that we know who's in and who's out, what do you think of the selections, Clark?
Oklahoma State did themselves a big favor with their hot finish. They were really on a roll, and the committee would much rather hand out bids to teams that are playing well now, not the ones that were hot in December.
While those teams are celebrating getting into the tournament, let's take a look at the other teams who were on the short end of the stick.
Brigham Young did not have a strong finish to the season, and it cost them an NCAA tournament bid. That just goes to show you how much weight the committee places on how you're playing at the end of a season.
Thanks, Clark. I'm sure that this year will provide us with all the thrills and excitement that we've come to expect from the tournament.
Greg, let's throw the ball up right now. I can't wait to get started. I hope this is an NCAA tournament that gives a lot of those special moments that stay with us for years to come.
For my partner Clark Kellogg and for all of us here in the 2K Sports Studios, I'm Greg Gumbel. Thanks for joining us on the NCAA Selection Show, brought to you by State Farm, the #1 auto insurer. Enjoy all the excitement of the NCAA tournament.